Back with another blind reaction, this time NBA.com. 10 storylines to follow during the stretch run of the regular season. Let's go. Here we go, friends. Let's start with the first one. Oh, we're going to start with number one, Jayson Tatum's decision. Agreed with this. Now, I was hearing some little birdies talking about how the NBA switched up a game, March, I think 7th or 8th, against Philadelphia, put it to the later game for TV, and how the ticket prices for the home game for Boston before that against Dallas are are really starting to skyrocket. Are the prices starting to get higher? And then they switch that game. Could this be an indication that people may know some stuff that Jayson Tatum is coming back? If he does come back, they are a legit title contender. I believe that 100% because I think what Jalen Brown has shown this season has shown that he is a dude. He is a guy that can go head to head with the best in the world, with Jokic and with Luka, Shea, all of them, right? He can be that guy. Well, now we're going to throw in another one. And yes, he's coming back from the worst injury there is. I agree with that. But here's the key. He doesn't have to be Jayson Tatum of 2 years ago or last year. He doesn't have to be that guy. If he can be 80 to 85% for 20 to 25 minutes, this is awesome. If Tatum comes back, watch out. Celtics are coming. And here we go. Number two, let's scroll on down. OKC at full strength. Yes, this is huge because J Dub has not looked right. Right. His hand, something is wrong with his hand. He does not look like he did last year. He could just be, he could be rusty. He could still be in a lot of pain. I don't know, but he does not look right. If they do not have him, the other guys in the team have not taken that step to be the second banana to Shea. I don't think Chet has. I don't think AJ Mitchell is that guy either. So what are they going to do with that? Now, when it comes to Shea, he's got the ab injury. I in my other life, I am a health and fitness coach, and I know how rough an ab injury can be because they're so hard to rest. That's the key. They're so hard to rest because you use your abs for everything. Going to the bathroom, going to the grocery store, picking something up off the ground. You're always using your abs. Sneezing. There's another one, right? I don't know how simple and how clean this injury recovery is going to be. But if the Thunder don't have Shea at full strength and J Dub at full strength, they're not the favorites. They're not even close to being the favorites. This is huge for the rest of the NBA. Now let's go down to number three. Denver looking for dominance. Now, I love Jokic and Murray. As a pair, they are to me the best pair in the whole NBA. I trust them, believe in them more than probably any other combo that there may be. But the key is everything else around them has been so in flux because of injuries. Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, all of them have been really up and down, injured here and there, come back for a couple games back. It just doesn't look good. But if those two are there, I believe they can go far. But can they do it all if all of the rest of the best players on the team aren't able to be there? That's the part that sucks. If they can get back, if they can get Gordon, Brown, Watson, all of them back to being normal, I think this team can win it all. But would they have to get there? Now I'm gonna scroll down to number four, the Cleveland connection. Now, Harden and Donovan Mitchell. I am here. I have said on many platforms I'm not the biggest fan of James Harden, not the foul baiting, and honestly, the clutch stuff. It really sours me on him. But here's the reality. They're going to get a high seed for the playoffs because James Harden is a great regular season player. He's going to lift the floor of the as bad as they could be. He's going to raise that floor as high as it can be because he's going to make Jared Allen and Evan Mobley the best they have ever looked. Is going to be right now with Harden. The thing is, when James Harden does James Harden things in the playoffs, can Donovan Mitchell do it? Because last year against Indiana, he couldn't. When he had the guys out, he had Mobley was out, Garland was out, Allen was out, Hunter was out. They were all out at different times, and he couldn't carry them. what's going to happen this year when Harden does that? When Harden has his game 5, game 6, game 7, where he shoots 2 for 11 or doesn't even look at the rim in the second half. Those are going to come. How is Donovan Mitchell going to handle it? Cleveland believes that Donovan is that guy. That's what they're saying. He can be that guy. We think Harden's going to get us there, and then Donovan is going to carry us home. I think Donovan can do it. I don't trust James Harden. Sorry. And number 5, scroll on down. The Hornets. Hornets. Now, I do not believe they are title contenders right now. I do not even believe they are conference finals contenders. But what I do believe is nobody in the NBA wants to see them in a playoff series because their offense is so elite right now and it's humming, just like the title here says, is humming along so well. It's going to be so difficult because LaMelo Ball, as much as I have said that I'm not a fan of his, and I think that the Hornets should have traded him a while back, I have said that in the past. But right now, he is such a wild card that he could go off for 40 or he can go off for 15 assists. You don't know from game to game. Khan is an absolute stud. Brandon Miller is an absolute stud. And then the way that they have Bridges and Diabate playing along with those two, this team is scary. If you are one of the top seeds in the East, you don't want this. You do not. You need to avoid this. Any other team in the plan, it doesn't really matter. But if you get the Hornets, it's going to be a rough series. You're gonna get in there and you're gonna have to work your asses off just to beat them, and you're gonna have to score 130 because you know they're gonna score more than that. Halfway through, now let's scroll on down to number 6, the Bucks trying to bounce back. Now, I said this in a video a while back. They need to stop winning games. You need to stop winning games. The only way that you are going to keep Giannis is if you get a good draft pick and you either flip that pick or Giannis buys into that pick. If they make the plan, they don't get a high pick. What is that telling? What is that going to make Giannis believe? You think he's going to believe, oh, we can really, if we just keep this together, we can win the title next year? Come on now. This this one, I don't know what the Bucks are doing. I personally believe they need to tank. They need to get this pick. Use this. Go to Giannis and say, what do you want to stay? If so, we will try to do something with this pick to get something to make you believe, to make you want to stay. If you do not, let us trade you, get back some assets. Where do you want to go? But they need this pick to not be in the 12 to 14 range because you made the play in because Cam Thomas came in averaging 30. That's not ideal. That is not ideal. Scroll on down number 7. This one is huge. I really like this one, the MVP race, because of this 65 game rule. This 65 game rule is going to throw a wrench into everything because as of right now, Jokic can only miss one more game. I think LeBron's out. I think Wemby's out, and I think Luka is going to be out. Those are 4 guys that have been in it or would have been in it. Shea has missed 7 games. But I already said earlier how concerned I am about that ab injury. If he misses more and he gets over that 60 or he gets under that 65 game mark, yikes, that's going to be a problem. But the reality is, I do think there are good candidates. I think the number one odds behind Shea and Jokic right now are Cade, and then Wemby, and then Jaylen Brown, which I do think Cade and Jaylen Brown have a good case. They have a good case for being the MVP of the league. I do not think they are the typical MVP of the leagues. I don't think anybody would put Cade or Jaylen Brown in the top 5 players right now, but they are having MVP like seasons, especially with this stupid 65 game rule for players that are actually injured. And it's going to take out Jokic, and it might take out Shea. It's already taken out Giannis, Wemby, and Luka. So 4 of the top 5 players in the league are already out of the MVP race if Jokic misses one more game. This is going to be a weird NBA year and also weird All NBA team. Number 8, the Rookie of the Year race. Personally, I do not think it's a race. I think Cooper Flag is the Rookie of the Year 100%. But Con Knipple has played absolutely amazing. VJ Edgecombe, absolutely amazing. I do love those two. But Cooper Flag, what he is doing for a team that is not very good and has just thrown him into the lion's den and thrown him to the wolves, whatever you want to say, right? I think Cooper has responded. Khan, I think, is so freaking underrated. And I think he gets a lot of love. I still think he's underrated in the stuff that he's doing. I think what VJ has done to the Sixers is bring in life and energy and athleticism and speed and all of this stuff to pair with Maxi has just been a game changer for them. This rookie class is so freaking awesome. And we're not even talking about Dylan Harper, who is with those four, one of the best players in this draft. Unbelievable draft class. I think it's Cooper Flags, just like they say here. It appears he's gonna win the award. But Khan and VJ are no joke. Almost at the bottom, number 9, key games in the final 2 weeks. This is going to be fun because I always hate when we get to the end of the year and there's so many games that don't matter and they rest like that. They do this in the NFL too. But I do think there's going to be drama because of two things. The tankers trying to lose, right? So who's going to get the matchups with the tankers that are trying to lose? And they're going to get almost a free win. The good teams are going to get a free win. Plus, I feel like the seeding is going to be really important because I think with some of the teams, like I've said before, that are dealing with injuries, like OKC and Denver, I feel like they need to get home court. They need to get home court just to help with the travel and with the health of their guys. Having home court will kind of help them. I think those are huge things. But look at these games right here, right? The Pistons and Thunder, that's going to be a bloodbath. I love the Pistons. I don't know why they didn't have them in here, but the Pistons are fantastic. They're so tough to play. Every time you battle them, it's a battle. It is a legit battle. Okay, Spurs and Cavs at the Warriors, and they're talking about Stephen Curry, his last stand. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to do anything important right here. That's so I'm not really too concerned about that. But for the future, I am, but not right now. Rocket Suns, Durant going back to see his old mates, old mates, right? He's played for how many teams now? This could be fun. I think the Suns are going to start falling back a little bit, but honestly, I think the Rockets are kind of falling back too. I'm not a huge fan of how they've been playing. Hopefully, they can figure some stuff out. Celtics, Knicks. Anytime Celtics, Knicks, Celtics, Sixers, Sixers, Knicks, any of that stuff, I'm all for it. Love it. Think we're going to have some really fun games at the end to get playoff seeding and to lose. And the last one, of course, they have to talk about LeBron and the Lakers. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little over it. But whatever, we got to talk about LeBron and the Lakers. And here's the reality of it: LeBron has said he's not taking any less money than he is worth. He is worth a lot of money. He is. I'm not trying to say he's not. But as a player on the court, he's not a $50 million a year player anymore. I'm not trying to be mean. He's just not. He's 41 years old. He cannot play every day. When he is good, he is very, very good. But he cannot play every game. He's never going to give you 65 games. He may not give you 60 games a year anymore. So you cannot pay somebody who's going to play that few games and then is going to struggle in the playoffs because of timing. You cannot give that guy $50 million a year. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. But for the Lakers, they need to go to him and say, look, what are we doing? Are you going to resign? Are you not? Do you want to sign and trade? Where do you want to go? And all this stuff. If they can get that $50 million off the books, bring in stuff that actually fits with Austin Reeves and Luca, that will help them a lot for next year. But where is LeBron going to want to go? Is he going to want to facilitate a sign and trade? Is he going to want to take less money? Because the teams that he possibly could go to, they don't have the cap space to pay him that much money. Nobody has the cap space to pay him the money that he wants unless he gets traded with the sign and trade. Now, though, that does open up some teams. But still, this is going to be a big thing. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about this anymore during the season because the season is so good. In the off season, once they get bounced from the playoffs or whatever, I don't really care. We can talk about it. I'll make a video on it every other day. But for right now, I don't give a crap. I don't want to talk about this drama at all. I want to focus on the season because the games are awesome and the playoffs are going to be awesome. There you go, my friends. Another blind reaction live on here. 10 storylines to follow during the stretch run of the regular season. This is on NBA.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Check out this video that's sitting right there for you to watch again of me talking to you and having some fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time.